All right, so let's take you to this now. The AmaZulu Royal family is holding a media briefing following the North Gauteng High Court decision setting aside the recognition of Prince Misu-zulu KaZwelithini as AmaZulu King. Let's listen in. And what the meeting is about.
Thanks so much. The meeting is about giving a report to the royal family on the groundbreaking judgment of Norman Davis. So we had to report to the royal family on what it says, and also the issue of the president appealing the judgment. But the overarching focus was on the importance of forging unity within the Zulu royal family, because without such unity we are indeed vulnerable, not only as the royal family but also as a Zulu nation, to all opportunistic manifestations.
Speaking about the judgment that the court judgment, Northern Gauteng judgment,
yes,
that was handed down just recently, what is your opinion about the judgment?
The judgment, we are happy with the judgment because the judge decided on the matter as we had approached the court. Save for there seemed to be a misunderstanding of the judgment. Firstly, we had approached the court for a review on two grounds. Firstly, being the issue of identification of Prince Misu-zulu, and secondly, being the decision of the president to recognize Prince Misu-zulu. And now Judge Davis did decide on setting the recognition aside on the grounds of being both unlawful and invalid. So now effectively that means that Prince Misu-zulu is no longer the Zulu King, pending the appeal. And we all know that the courts went on recess on the 14th of December, and they'll reopen on the 22nd of January. But also, there are those who seem to misinterpret the judgment in the sense that since it did not decide on the actual issue of identification, and therefore that Prince Misu-zulu is still a king. However, we have to take cognizance of the fact that the reason why the judge did not decide on the validity or lawfulness of the identification, it's because of the defense that was raised by the respondents' attorney.
Right, of course, that is the AmaZulu Royal family holding a media briefing there following a meeting that they had earlier today. Of course, that is following the North Gauteng High Court's decision setting aside the recognition of Prince Misu-zulu KaZwelithini as the AmaZulu King. Of course, there we were seeing Prince Thokozani representing Prince Simakade Zulu, just briefing the media there. Let's see if we can listen in once again.
The judge says that if there was any certainty as to the appeal against that judgment, then the court would proceed to decide on the issue of the identification. Notwithstanding, the judge at paragraph 61 then refers the matter. The judge states that no, he will not be dealing with the issue of the finality of Judge Madondo's judgment. However, he will focus on the prescripts of Section 8, which then reverts the matter back to the investigative committee. Either way. In fact, at paragraph 61, the judge even states that the issue of the meeting of for having referred the matter back to the investigative committee, the issue of the meeting of the 14th of May 2021 is moot.
Going forward, is the royal family going to re-elect the new king?
Well, to the best of our understanding, we'll recall that we are where we are because we had approached the president through a letter that was written by Princess Thembi, the late, may her soul rest in peace, dated the 3rd of June. And in terms of that letter of dispute, the president then delegated Mr. Proctor to investigate the matter, and part of the mandate of the mediation panel was to deal with the issue of two names, because there were two names. That one of His Majesty our de facto King, King Simagade, and Prince Misu-zulu. And in terms of the court order, the name of Prince Misu-zulu has fallen away. Now, maybe I'm subject to correction down that if there were two names and the other falls away, how do you start the process anew?
The president said that he will appeal the judgment of the Northern Gauteng Court. What does the royal family have to say about that? Well,
to us, it tells us that we have the most vacillating president since the dawn of democracy. He speaks from both sides of his mouth. The previous day he had said that he will allow the Zulu Royal family to deal with the matter. The following day he issues a statement. So he's untrustworthy. But we understand, because for him it would appear it's an intersection of his political office and his private business interests. In fact, he has just declared himself enemy number one of the Zulu Royal family and the Zulu nation, because in terms of the latest developments, we understand that Prince Misu-zulu will not be appealing the judgment by the president. So for us, he is divisive. He's deepening the divisions within the Zulu Royal family, paralyzing the Zulu Royal family for his own personal business interests.
And do you understand that at the end of the day, royal family members need to come together and act their differences amicably? So how soon are you going to meet with the other members of the royal family?
Well, the question of forging unity can't be an event. It has to be a process. We have to continuously engage those parts of the Zulu Royal family that did not emerge as victorious as us. But however, it is the understanding of His Majesty Uzonda Magwala that in any contested process, those who emerge favorably have a moral obligation to extend a hand to those who were not favored by the process. So it's a continuous engagement.
I think you realize the importance of the sense of urgency of this matter. I think, although it's a process, but
we understand the sense of urgency. But however, if the president decides to derail the whole process, so all blame has to be apportioned to him, because had he not lodged the appeal, definitely we could have had means to engage each other with a view of resolving the matter the quickest. However, in terms of the court judgment, the matter has been reverted to the investigative committee. So pending the appeal by the president, depending on whether he appeals or not, he then has to constitute an investigative committee to deal with the matter. Ungakwazi ukungibuza yazi ungilekele lo ungibuze imibuzo
mhlawumbe mntwana ngaqalisela izingaki izinto ezikhona la
bakhona abantwana basempangesweni, bakhona abantwana bakaminya, bakhona abantwana basonkweni, bakhona abantwana basematheni, abantwana bakanobamba. Manje sekufanele umuntu ebuke ngamehlo engqondo ukuthi ke ngobani abakhona, kepha abantwana bakhona and abanye ababengekho bayifakele ixoliso. In fact okujabulisayo ukuthi ke labo abafake ixoliso ke ngabantwana abantwana bakanodunga bakhona, ukuthi abantwana ingakho singeze sibadalule, but abantwana abane-interest ukuthi akusondelane ukhulunywe eduze kakhulu.
Uphendela nje ngale ndaba ezintathu ekuqaleni lokuzala ukuthi usilele isithombe umhlangano uhambe kanjani emvumelweni wokuthenga.
Umhlangano nyathemi yami uhambe kahle kakhulu ngoba namhlanje besinomhlangano ukuzokwethulela indlunkulu ngesinqumo senkantolo, indlunkulu egxile kakhulu ukho namhlanje udaba lokuqoka ukulwela ukuthi makube khona ubumbano endlunkulu. Kwase kuba ke lo daba lokuxhumondela kwekamongameli udabeni lwesinqumo senkantolo.
Mhlambe indaba ezitha mhlambe sekuqhubekela phambili going forward, mhlambe nisazoqala phansi yini ukhetho ukuthi nikhethe isilo esisha?
Cha bo, kasikwazi ukuqala phansi ngoba sizokhumbula ukuthi size sifike lapha esikhona ingoba umntwana wakaNdlovu ongasekho athi umoya wakhe ngalala ngokuthula wabhala incwadi ebhala umongameli, incwadi yamhla ka-3 June ayikhalaza ngendlela udaba lokuhlonza kamntwana uMisu-zulu olwalisingatheke ngayo. Lokho kwasiholela ekutheni kube namagama amabili ngokuqokwa kwepanel okwakufanele ukuthi kwenziwe udaba lokuxazulula kungaboni ngasolinye ngalo. Manje ke elinye igama seliginqikile, sekusele igama elilodwa, kepha ke nokunye ukumqoka kakhulu ingonyama uzonamagwala yafakwa esibayeni ngumndeni, and angikholwa ukuthi iprocess leyo ongathi usuyayihlehlisa noma engahlehliseka.
Indaba ezitha angazi noma usuyishilo yini indaba yesinqumo lesenkantolo wasichaza kabanzi ngoba khona abanye abakholelwa ukuthi isinqumo lesenkantolo sisho ukuthi inkosi isilo uMisu-zulu
sona isilo
usayisona isilo ikona nje ukuthi kuphambene lapha nalapha.
Yikho ke nganako njengoba abasho ukuthi kuphambene bathi kuphambene lapha nalapha, kepha ke ingonyama yenkantolo iyo musa ukuba inkantolo ibuyekeze udaba lokuqokwa kukamntwana uMisu-zulu. Zimbili ke izathu noma iminxa ebefisa ukuthi ibhekwe ukuqoka kwakhe kakhulukazi ngomhlangano lo waba umhla ka-14 kuMeyi 2021 kanye nesinqumo sikamongameli sokuba akhiphe isitifiketi esinikeze umntwana. Ngokwesinqumo-ke sejaji ngizocetha ngiqale ngalesi sesibili ngoba siqondile nje. Isithi inkantolo-ke cha ukuqoka ukuqokwa kamntwana uMisu-zulu noma ukwamukelwa kwakhe nguhulumeni njengengonyama kwakubanga semthethweni futhi kuyize leze. Ngaleyo ndlela-ke yase ihoxisa ukwamukeleka kwakhe. Futhi-ke uma ubeka ngesizulu nje futhi siyasiklebhula yasidabula isitifiketi. Manje-ke isiqhubeka-ke inkantolo isithi udaba lokuqoka kwakhe ngalibuyele ekomitini labaphenyi ngokwesigaba somthetho esifaneleyo ukuthi-ke ikomiti labaphenyi liyocubungula ukuthi ukuqoka kwakhe kwakuhambe ngendlela ngokwesiko nokwengonyama futhi ngapha ukuqoka okuyikhona okwahambisana nesiko. So khumbula-ke ukuthi-ke leli komiti linawo amandla ukuthi lapho liphenya litholwa ukuthi cha owayeqokiwe wayengaqokwanga kahle linawo amandla ukuthi lithi nangu okwakufanele eqokwe. Linawo futhi namandla ukuthi udaba lilibuyisele emuva emndenini. Kepha ukuhle sikuphawule lokho ukuthi abantu abaningi banokudideka lapho befuna ukuhlaziya isinqumo senkantolo mayelana nodaba kamntwana uMisu-zulu. Ngenza ukuthi bayadideka noma benza ngabomu bese bethi useyingonyama kanjani. Inkantolo yasho kahle yathi ukuqoka kwakhe isikubeka eceleni noma iyasidabula isitifiketi. Ngiyabona-ke ukuthi baholelwe ophathe ngomongameli uRamaphosa nongqongqoshe uSenzo Mchunu ngazo zonke lezi zinto akade beyikhuluma ey'ngekho beqhambukela ey'ndabeni zaseNdlunkulu ukuthi bengasho kanjani ukuthi useyingonyama ekubeni inkantolo inqumele. Futhi lokho kuwukudelela isinqumo senkantolo, contempt of court. Kuyaxaka-ke vele siyazi ukuthi ezweni lakithi iqiniso into encane kakhulu. Zolo lokhu kangithi ukuthi kangiyena umkhulumeli kaMsholozi, kepha siyakhumbula kusuka uDongonyane eboshelwa ukuthi kuthi udelela isinqumo senkantolo. Nangomunye-ke upresident okuyena esithi usobaba womthethosisekelo nomthetho benongqongqoshe wakho uSenzo bedela isinqumo senkantolo ngoba akakwazi ukuthi upresident inkantolo inqume wena wenze okunye kwehlukile udelela inkantolo. Silindeleke sifuneke sibone ukuthi-ke mhlawumbe akhona yini amacala azongena ngalokho, sibone ukuthi inkantolo izokwenza njani.
Indaba ezifo sisakhuluma ngayo umengameli ney'ndaba zasenkantolo, mhlambe indlunkulu ithini ngesinqumo sakhe umengameli sokuthi uzohamba ayo-aphila i-judgment?
Into ebuhlungu umongameli, kubuhlungu uba nje nomongameli ofana noRamaphosa into ilusizi kubantu base-South Africa uyenzile lento yakhe ngekuyicala laseLimpopo lamavenda Nkosi bamavenda 2021 lamginqa phansi, wakwenza futhi ecaleni lamampondo bakaSigcawu 2022 lamginqa phansi. Manje lase Constitutional Court elamampondo lase Court of Appeal manje usezokwenza into efanayo eNdlunkulu kaZulu. Leyo-ke inkinga-ke esinayo enkulu ngalokho ukuthi uyivela kithi njengoba simbona njengomfarisi oliqili oliphiqiphiqi ngenxa yokuthi kulesi statement sakhe asikhiphayo wathi-ke ucela uhlaba umkhosi wokuthi makube khona ukuthula nozinzo eNdlunkulu kubeni kuyena ophehla udweshu nje akasiboni nje benosenzo wakhe lo bayidelela nje indlu ukuthi babe nxa bevuke nje kuseni bese bevuka bezolawula indaba sendlunkulu kubeni kuyibona abaxovi abakhulu
ukuthi indaba ezitha mhlambe ezinye izinto siunderstand ukuthi azikho la kodwa manje yiliphi igxatha nizothatha ukusheshisa.
All right, we come out of that briefing. Of course, the AmaZulu Royal family holding a media briefing there, discussing a number of issues. And of course, this follows the North Gauteng High Court's decision, setting aside President Ramaphosa's recognition of Prince Misu-zulu, or King rather, Misu-zulu KaZwelithini as AmaZulu King. Prince Thokozani there, speaking on behalf of Prince Simakade Zulu, the brother and challenger of King Misu-zulu, of course, also representing the AmaZulu family. Talking essentially around the way in which President Cyril Ramaphosa also conducted himself in this matter. In fact, when asked and responding about the news that Ramaphosa was going to be appealing Judge Norman Davis's judgment, setting aside his decision, Prince Thokozani is saying there that the president has declared himself enemy number one of the royal family and is dividing and paralyzing the royal family for his personal gains. Of course, our reporter Nonhlakanipho Magwaza is there for us and will give us a comprehensive update in terms of the details following that meeting that was discussed. Of course, other issues on the table were the succession and, of course, other cultural norms that now need to be followed following that meeting, of course, following that court case.